All right, students. Now, for problem number 12, this is a distribution and a solving equation problem. I mean, how do I know I'm solving one? Well, I've got some numbers here, and it also says the word value. I mean, if that's the case, then what else am I going to do here? I mean, at this point, I have to be identifying. The only way I can identify is by solving. Now, you could substitute here. You really could substitute here, but I'm substituting in two different places. I have to multiply in two different places. Then I have to distribute on top of that. Then I have like terms to add on top of that. And that might not even work for A. I'm gonna have to try that so many different times. Maybe it's just less steps if I just solve. And a lot of times I would just go ahead and substitute without even thinking about it, just because substitution is something we know how to do and do correctly. And we can fall back on that technique a lot of different times. But I don't know if that's really the best case here. More than likely, this will be less steps and less work to do if I just solve this straight up. So the first thing I would do then is just to distribute. Can't forget about my negatives. And let's see what happens. So 2x isn't really going to change, so I'm not doing anything yet. It still has this multiplication. Let's take care of that. Negative 5 times negative 4x is negative 20x. And negative 5 times negative 6, that's positive 30. Equals negative 6. This is negative 18. Why? Because I have 2x and negative 20x plus 30 equals negative 6. Subtract 30 on both sides. Okay, that cancels, that copies. And these are like terms. So I have negative 6 and I have negative 30. I mean, granted, I wrote the negative 30 over the problem. It's a little hard to see. But, hey, if they're the same, I should add. And that's really just not a terribly difficult idea. If you have things that are the same, you add. If they're not the same, you subtract. Same with multiplication and division. You only multiply and dividing two things at a time. I mean, if you have the same sign, go ahead. Okay, then your answer is going to be positive. If the signs are different, then your answer is negative. So in this case, x equals 2. And I see that in answer letter C. So this is a distribution and solving equation problem in order. Your first step is to write out your multiplication. Then your second step is to multiply. Then your third step is to add like terms. Then your fourth step is to solve for x. I hope this helps.